Dani Ceballos has been told to play on that side of the pitch, on the left for Real Madrid. He's going to try and stop any pass into Lamine Yamal and try and help out Ferland Mendy.
Yamal's pass was a little bit loose and Rudiger was able to intercept that. Ceballos got himself in a bit of a mess, but the play is going to be pulled back.
Dani Olmo just tripping, but he doesn't actually need to. As you said, he gets himself into a bit of a mess there. A little stamp, but he doesn't need to. He's getting surrounded by Barcelona players.
Could be a little bit of rust for Mendy and Ceballos. They've not played that much.
He's gone down as well again, Ian.
Wow.
Mendy's gone down again. Only just back in. He's feeling his, I think it was his groins, but he certainly doesn't look as if he's going to be on very long. This is the problem. Real Madrid have been linked with left backs for a number of years now because of the injury situation with Ferland Mendy. This fella, Frank Garcia, is not good enough. They think he's not good enough. This is not me. The club think he's not good enough. That's why they are constantly linked with fullbacks.
And you wonder why they didn't do a little bit more in that department in January. Have they paid for that?
Yeah, I think so. They didn't want to bring any fullbacks in January and February. They didn't think they were good enough, and they should have.
And David Alaba is out again. He's on the bench tonight, but he's not properly fit to start because they started him against Arsenal and he got a roasting, didn't he, from Bukayo Saka.
I think that shows you. They played that many people. Camavinga's played there, Alaba's played there, Ferland Mendy, Frank Garcia. They are not happy with the situation. Likewise, at right back, which they're trying to address, as we know.
And centre back as well, really, with Militao out for the season with another ACL injury. It's just as well Raul Asensio has come in and done as well as he has. But it's the end of the night early on for Ferland Mendy, and Fran Garcia has been given the signal that he is needed to replace him. I mean, frankly, from Real Madrid's point of view, they've got to just dig out a result here,
yes, they do.
Somehow or another.
Yeah. Like any other side, Ian, that sometimes struggle, you have to get in a position, you have to be difficult to break down, you have to be difficult to beat, you have to run and run and run. You can't just expect it to happen because you're Real Madrid.
So the gamble of playing Ferland Mendy has backfired. He obviously felt something in that particular challenge with Koundé. Fran Garcia gets an early touch of the ball. Blocked though straight away by Lamine Yamal. He's got a big job facing Yamal, who scored in both the Clásicos this season. Asensio's there to mop up this time. Well, it's an unsettling start to the game, that's for sure, for Real Madrid.
Hardly been at the Barcelona half pitch, and you've suddenly lost the left back.
Season scoring goals just behind Vinicius and Rodrigo. If it works out, if they can get into Barcelona's half and pressure them. This team can win the lot. It's going to be hard work, but to Borussia Dortmund, but in the end, that didn't matter because they went through anyway on aggregate.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me at all that evening we were 4-0 up.
Here's Lamine Yamal off on another of those darting runs of his. Garcia gets across and is happy to concede the corner.
Just skip past Frank Garcia, didn't he? He's flicked it over it. Very simple.
Not to believe Lamine Yamal will be 18 until the summer. Early, I suppose, got it away for Real Madrid, who are concentrating early on here and just trying to be pretty tight, contain Barcelona, and maybe just growing confidence as this goes on. It is Koundé. Now, Inigo Martinez. Losing side here against Barcelona 4 years ago in his days playing for Athletic Club. Just can't get out at the moment. There's pressure going on from Barcelona is pinning them in.
Yeah, foul on Frankie de Jong on Jude Bellingham just to give them that little bit of space, but Madrid play a quick go backwards and almost get caught in there.
Barcelona, by the way, is looking at it. Hit 4 or more goals this season 22 times, including in every round of the Copa del Rey so far. Martin with a smart ball forward. Rafinha across the face of goal. Frank Garcia, yeah, but his chance isn't a good one. And Barcelona have the chance to build again. Pedri. Closing in on his 40th birthday in September, and likely to play some part, you'd think, at some point tonight. Vinicius to Rodrigo, Madrid's first real foreign forward. Vinicius again. He was able to pick it up. Lamine Yamal into the space. Rafinha, Ferran Torres waiting in the middle. Can he find him? There is Torres trying to defect it goalwards, but to no avail in the end.
Yeah, Barcelona wants the handball. I think it does strike it actually rather Sensio's hands, but it's never going to be a penalty. Him and Ferran Torres are up sliding into the penalty area. There was another good breakdown. Barcelona's left, Real Madrid's right. I've mentioned it numerous times. He's extremely vulnerable down the flanks.
He's captain in the side tonight for Real Madrid. Once in the last decade. They've only been in the final once in the last decade before tonight.
It's very long there. These hands from Raul Sensio just strike his hand like I said. Both of them were going for the ball. No chance. No, it should.
Just supporting his body. Is Lamine Yamal again.
17 minutes so far.
De Jong.
He fell down.
That isn't
He fell down.
He's watching it too. He's watching it too.
I know.
It's the Dutchman, De Jong again, battling over his injury problems, which have continued his injuries over the last season or so. Possession status so far for Barcelona. It looks, doesn't it, like something like 80%. Can't get us some cream. Yamal into that left foot of his, and that was not a million miles wide. He just needed a touch from somebody. That touch was not forthcoming.
Yeah, it's simple enough for Lamine Yamal. Just cuts in onto the left foot, really believes it. He's quite confident.
Oh no!
Courtois, thankfully, just seen it past the post.
Well,
Yeah.
Cannot find any foothold in the game. He's on the bench. He's on the bench, so still giving him a little bit of problems, otherwise he's going to start, I think,
I have no idea where Real Madrid are playing or how they're playing. Look, they want through those positions.
yeah.
He's supposed to be up front with Vinicius Junior, but so you would think he's playing like a right back. So it just makes Real Madrid be more defensive and allow Barcelona the opportunity just to come forward at will. Because once Madrid clear it, they've got Vinicius Junior up front, who's not working hard enough to get the ball or get on the ball.
They look fearful of Barcelona, don't they?
Yeah, terrifying.
In the game. Free kick here to be taken by Rafinha. He's having a spectacular season. Leeds United have been promoted back to the Premier League in England since a long time ago. Rafinha's ball in and Courtois stretched to the side by Koundé's header.
Yeah, easy enough for Courtois, but look how simple this is. Koundé is standing in front of Raul Asensio. He just gets a free header. Look at him there, standing in front. Nobody challenges, free header. Back into the middle of the goal for Courtois to tip over the bar. But really poor 20 minutes from Real Madrid. Excellent from Barcelona.
It does stay 0-0. Pedri again. That's a good ball. He needed everybody, and except Courtois, as of course. So far, he's got to be worried. It's never been like this for him at Real Madrid. It's been largely a success story. There's been a bit of brinkmanship along the way, some great escapes. But the story until recently was, well, Real Madrid always get it done. Well, lately they haven't. Martin.
Oh no! Yes, yes.
That's just about all they've been able to manage so far.
Yeah, a little bit of respite from Madrid now after that foul on Rodrigo.
Fall. Go get me a cookie.
Okay.
I'm watching you do this.
Confident photographers really from Courtois, some routine selling his book. Falling behind. Here's Bellingham. To Vinicius. Frank Garcia arriving. And there's an opportunity. We've got the cross shot right. Cheenes. Surprise.
Jamal.
They've ridden the storm so far. And wanted to provide a threat of their own.
What?
So, no stopping.
What?
Just thanks for crossing, he was clever. Running him out.
Another yellow though. Another Torres. Filming for Lewandowski. By the way, since the start of February, he's got as many goals as Lewandowski. 10 apiece.
Yeah, we can certainly do a job for them, Thomas. The only thing you would say with Lewandowski is positional play is much better. It's a typical number 9 positional play. Ferran Torres likes to drop, likes to link in, which is fine. He'll certainly do the job because the team are excellent. But Lewandowski keeps the pitch nice and high and then nice and wide for the likes of Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. Yeah, they just have to hang on in there, Ian. That's all they have to do.
Is this Real Madrid parking the bus?
To a certain extent, yes, hitting on the counter attack. The way you say sometimes parking the bus means that they're difficult to play through. They're condensed, they're nice and high. There's not much space. There's plenty of space to play against Real Madrid. Yellow card for Carlo. He's feeling the pressure slightly. Yeah, it was handball. It did rush his hands, but I don't think he can necessarily get carried away. Let's have a little bit of early comments about you.
He's the young. This season. That's been important for this injury in his career. And so now Pedro looking to tiptoe through and again close the door, look for the quick counter.
That's the problem. They're countering from 80 yards. It's now impossible to counter from 80 yards.
Break up Barcelona's rhythm.
And what Hansi Flick has instilled in me is a real willingness to go and close the ball when Barca have lost it. Their first thing is to go and shut down the Real Madrid player. He's Lamine Yamal, Vinicius Junior down. But you can see they've got a plan of how they play. When you look at Madrid, it looks as if Carlo hasn't really instilled a plan into them. It's a lot of off the cuff, but look at the work rate there. Vinny Junior's not interested. Rodrigo sauntered him back really close the ball down. It's all a bit very, very different to how Barcelona close the ball and they
Barcelona won!
Goal.
Barcelona! 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 Barcelona!
Let's go.
Barcelona! Barcelona 1.
It's a
Goal.
brilliant goal! What a strike from Pedri!
Golazo, golazo,
That is
golazo.
sensational. And Barcelona lead here, having dominated the game.
Goal.
Yeah, it's everything they deserve, isn't it?
Pedri, best.
Incredible strength from Pedri. Coming onto it with his right foot, bending it inside of his right foot, bending it into that far corner. But what I also would say is wonderful play by Lamine Yamal. It looks easy and it is easy, but the fact that it delays it so much, the pass doesn't panic, doesn't do anything ridiculous. This is the ball from Bellingham, cut out by Kubasi, and then they're onto it. Look who starts the move here. Look who starts the move as the goal scorer.
Thanks
Over
to
to Lamine Yamal.
Look.
And look how much he takes his time, delays it, and then just does this extra step, extra shuffle. And look at the
Beautiful
finish.
weight on this, isn't
Look
it?
at
That's
the
what I'm telling you,
finish.
Jamal. That's what
As a look up, inside of that right foot, bending away. He couldn't have placed it any better. The young Spanish superstar to the other young Spanish superstar in Pedri. Brilliant goal.
A thing of beauty for Barcelona.
Go,
A second classical
Barcelona.
goal for Pedri. And by the way, that ended a 12-game goal drought
How
for
old
him.
is that guy?
Because Real Madrid's plan was to contain and counter. That has gone out of the window. Martinez.
Frederick is 22.
Rafinha. Yellow card for Chouameni for his challenge.
Ooh, he twisted his leg.
Nearby Spanish colleagues getting pretty excited at developments here, but Barcelona have scored now 10 goals against Real Madrid this season. And counting, you'd have to say. Pedri starting the move and finishing it. Painful.
Yeah, it is. You know what would be really nice to see is that the bigger picture above the stadium, to see how many people Pedri runs past, because he starts the move and then he goes on to finish it off.
Courtois. Looking clearly calm character, surveying the scene and wondering just how much more he might have to do against this extremely dangerous Barcelona attack.
¿Cómo se escribe mejor? The best.
Wins and 20 defeats as well. Barcelona with 31 victories in this competition. It's a record in Spain and only 11 defeats. Missing the team. Scoring as well. developed a new identity now. Identity really that Hansi Flick has stamped on this team. Tough watch
It
for
is.
Real Madrid fans so far, that's for sure.
It is chastening experience, humbling experience. They've been beaten really comfortably, as you said before. They were 4-0 and 5-2 in the previous games, but I haven't seen it. I know it's only 1-0 at this moment in time, but I haven't seen the game so one-sided.
Yamal again. Involved in yet another goal. He's got 14 goals and 18 assists this season. Make that 19 assists with that one just now. Used to be said Real Madrid at the moment just cannot find any kind of foothold in this Clasico final.
It's just a case of surviving till half time, and hopefully only being 1-0 down.
Le empataron al Barça.
Their confidence has been shaken. What happened to them in the other two meetings Barca this season?
You see how Barcelona go and close them down. Good play by Bellingham to get away from penalty, but they go and hunt them.
And you see it for Vinicius. He's made a run into the middle. They're trying to find him. Comes out here. And Bellingham's got a big chance and equalises. But the flag's up. The flag's up. It's not going to count. But that, at least, was something for Real Madrid to bite on.
Yeah, and it was Jude Bellingham who started it, being taken away from Pedro deep by his own goal. And he just gets caught. This is a nice ball by Dani Ceballos, but he was offside. Good finish by Jude, but at least he's trying to get the team going.
No valió.
Somebody's trying to do something.
Yeah.
Victory again. It's a nothing interception. Lucas Vasquez. I think you're right, Mike. It was a question of Real Madrid getting to half-time without too much more damage occurring, but it might, because here's Gerard Martin into the penalty area.
Yellow card.
Again, Referee Williams playing now is going to do the play back.
Yeah, that was a foul by Gerard Martin. The referee's just waved it away. Frankie de Jong saying he could have had a penalty. VAR will have a look at it, of course they will, but the left back will receive a yellow card for the late challenge.
He's 22.
Martin's running to the hook.
And that was the challenge by Cheenes Man. And that was the late challenge. I mean, it was low. Wasn't particularly forceful. It was a knocking challenge, really. I think the referee didn't see it properly. And of course, VAR cannot then intervene for a yellow card.
Lucas Vasquez. Plays a nice one too. Wide by Ceballos to Fran Garcia. Vinicius. That's better from Real Madrid. A fluent, coherent attacking move. Fede Valverde scoring a great goal in midweek. Volley late on to win the game against Getafe. Another great ball by Lamine Yamal. Torres looked offside
War.
and playing for a time being.
Are you gonna bring me the equal? You're gonna give me the money. You're going to be $12, right?
Rudiger.
Valverde.
Real Madrid's passing has, well, the radar's not been right, has it?
No. Here's the challenge. Cheenes.
He's outside the box,
Yeah,
isn't he?
just outside.
He did give a free kick. Needs to right away. Pedri. We banged on about this before, but Real Madrid TV can't carry on doing pieces about referees for forthcoming games. It's a ludicrous situation. Rafinha cuts this one back.
Oh no, it's shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking.
Ceballos missed a lot of games. He's come back more recently. So Pedri directing operations there, can't you? Yeah. Just watches, you hear his football brain ticking. And the standout performer in this game so far, and has illuminated it with a wonderful goal. The 11 players out on the pitch for Barcelona. Only Pedri and Frankie de Jong were starters when they won this trophy 4 years ago. Araujo came on and up, he's on the bench again tonight. Can't get his place back in
No.
the defence, can he?
No, and he may be one of the people who are valuable enough to move on in the summer to try and free up some transfers.
Frankie de Jong. Oh no. Rudiger. It's a good stretch from him. He needed it. Real Madrid do get out with Bellingham. Vinicius. Against Kunde down that side. They often used to put in Araujo at right back against him. A couple of years ago, Kunde being moved inside.
¿Será mi conveniencia?
I just think they don't need that experiment anymore. So Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, who apparently has decided that Ancelotti's time is up.
Yeah. Well, Laporta as well. Far happier.
Yeah.
Certainly the football inside. So easy to play through. So easy to play through.
Close the door almost down again. He's been done once or twice in this match.
It's a foul, but nothing more. He just go for it. He just loses control slightly, Danny Olmo. Where's the king, Felipe?
Too early yet to be tying the Barcelona ribbons
Yeah.
around the trophy. Plenty could happen yet. There could be a Real Madrid revival. There needs to be.
There needs to be. And they need to keep this at the back of the net. A couple of minutes before half time as well.
About 25 yards out, Rafinha. Very interested, of course he is. Just Rafinha deflects. Could have gone anywhere, including the corner of the net. Instead it goes for a corner.
Yeah, deflection off Rudiger.
Barcelona looking to add to their lead. Dani Olmo in charge of the corner kick. And fit that on. And how does that stay out on the back post? It still might not.
I think it hit the post here. I think it went all the way through and hit the post.
That would be worth another look. But that was a hair-raising escape for Real Madrid.
Yeah, missed at the front post. The flick on by Ferran Torres missed, and then it just goes all the way through into the post. Ferran Torres misses this. And then everybody else through the legs of Rudiger, curling in. It's Kubasi at the far post, goes flying. It's just pulled back. Back to this Ceballos. I don't know how much of a pullback it was, but he had to be incredibly careful.
He only needed to get a stud to that, didn't he, to deflect it in.
I'm surprised VAR having a look at the replay.
But they'd have to regard it as a very serious
Yeah.
error
As
with the
you said,
original decision.
As you said, all he needed is stud.
Meanwhile, at the other end, here goes Vinicius taking on Koundé again, who wins the race this time. Happy to concede the corner. Last minute of the half, where Real Madrid have been
Look at the far
as
post,
well.
look at the far post. Dani Ceballos not looking at the ball. Pull of the share, pull of the share.
Whoa, when you look at that again,
Exactly, I'm amazed they haven't.
when you see that again, you'd have to say Real Madrid got away with one there. Had that gone, for the referee to look at the monitor,
As you said, we are talking inches about sticking it in. It hits the post. So any touch, it's in the back of the net.
it's crazy really, isn't it? The players are not even looking at the ball. And they're just wrestling players out of the way.
Well, Asensio was punished against Arsenal, given a penalty, wasn't he, in the Bernabeu for not looking at the ball and pulling Mikel Merino down. And that's the same. Dani Ceballos and Pau Kubasi.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Mbappe come on at half time.
Oh, yeah.
If he's got 45 minutes in him with this ankle problem.
Yes.
Being only 1-0 down is almost a result for Real Madrid here. In that first half, you would say. Yamal is the player.
Yeah, I think Dani Ceballos. You couldn't really see what went on, but Lamine Yamal down, hold his eye. No, I still couldn't see what happened. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's just
Sarcastic!
the heavyweight champion of the world to go down on the floor like
I
that.
don't need you.
Doesn't need that,
No,
does
he
he?
doesn't need that in his
Doesn't
game
need
at all.
that.
He's too good for that. He doesn't need play acting, fainting and falling over.
Many marks in the amateur dramatics department there from Lamine Yamal, I'm afraid.
Weaver.
Vinicius closing in, and he got a hand to it.
Penalty.
And he's given a penalty, isn't he?
But I think Vinicius Junior was offside.
Yeah, that's what I think he's given.
Yeah, that's why I said leave it. Commentary. Frank Garcia was onside. He had to leave it for him. Surely he knew. He certainly looked offside. Let's have a look here. Yeah, he had to leave it for Frank Garcia. Leave it to him.
It's close, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he loses the ball there. And Hugo Martinez misses the ball as well.
And watch it now.
Kicks the floor, yeah. If he gets the ball, it's not a penalty, he kicks the floor.
So that was a close run thing for Barcelona, just showing the fragility of a one-goal lead.
Yeah, it was a good pass again by Jude Bellingham. I mean, it's just Vinicius Junior has to be aware of his surroundings. He looked offside. His friend's running onto it from a deeper position. Just leave it.
At half-time, we'll hear from Keita Ali and 7 there in the stadium. Luis Garcia as well, with their verdict on this first half, which has been dominated by Barcelona. Their lead is not one that can't be pulled back. Only one goal. Martin. Martin goes down again. This referee is a gamefield technician by trade, we're told. And referee, the Classico sometimes can be like pulling teeth.
Yeah. And also the constant moaning off the opposition, whoever is fouled, Real Madrid and Barcelona included. Yes, it's a foul. The referee's given a foul. Whether he's going to book Raul Asensio is another thing. But you see Inigo Martinez runs 50 yards to complain. Here's the offside. He's offside. You can see he's offside. But look at Fran Garcia. He's 3 yards onside. Why doesn't he just let him roll with it? He must be aware. Surely he must be aware.
Turns out he wasn't.
No.
Otherwise, Real Madrid could have had a penalty there. Holding to play it in. Fix behind us, Lucas Vázquez for a late corner in the half to Barcelona. He's probably going to be the last act of the first half in Seville. Such a start for Spain in the European Championship win. Look at that near post flick on again that nearly worked a couple of minutes before. Good breaking behind Koundé, got his head to it though. Now Rodrigo. Bellingham wanted a free kick, not getting it. Play on, says the referee. Nearly half time. The referee's going to blow very, very shortly. He does blow half time in this Copa del Rey final. The half Barcelona bossed.